teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Line gets set, first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. On the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking for a man, it's Perkins. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You got to keep going.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Perkins. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the seat.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense in an empty set. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Got his man on the outside. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Toss sweep to the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the minute.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver shows motion. Calls his own number. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Direct snap. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking, missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4 points.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Perkins. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering. It would be a good idea to get a hand on it. You know, listen, I know the guy's got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Air Force. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Shows him the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Runs through a tackle. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run this play from the pistol. He leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Steps away. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Oh, he's looking to throw. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Finds his big tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback will audible. The give to the left side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Miami, 21, Penn State, 10.
The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. On the move. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Touch pass on the run. Looking for room at the 40. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Going up top on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page, they generate the pass rush the very next play.
Gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Cal. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the move, it's Terrell. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to pass. It's Perkins. They're trying to get to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will keep it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified. He's going to fire deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Smashes through. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The run from the shotgun. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Absolutely perfect.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important. He is smashing people. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this two-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Villa. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quick pass on the jet motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Penn State!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the two in the waning moments. Wide out in motion. He barges his way into the end zone for the two, and we are locked up here in the fourth. So an 82-yard drive there.
Number 10.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Now on first down from the 28. Wants to pass it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You've got to be impressed by what you've seen from this defensive line in the game because they're getting to the quarterback, they're getting sacks, and when they can't get there, they're putting their arms up and they're batting balls down. So impressive watching this D-line go to work.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Motion from the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Perkins. Moves away as he feels pressure. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap it to the back. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown Hurricanes! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Penn State.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He's out of bounds at the 42. And a first down for the offense.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Hit as he throws. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.